Wow, the last month in AI has been an absolute whirlwind. If you've been trying to keep up, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I mean, you had the big players, OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, just dropping this relentless stream of announcements. It got so chaotic, we were even hearing about AI-powered toilets. Seriously, toilets. It was just this total blur of information, and it felt almost impossible to figure out what was signal and what was just noise.
So if you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by all of it, trust me, you are not alone. And that's exactly why we're doing this explainer. We're going to cut through all that noise and focus on what actually matters. We're going to break down the handful of key updates that are really going to shape where AI is headed.
Okay, so we looked at over 200 different news items from October, just to bring you the critical few. And look, these aren't just small incremental updates. These are the big signposts, the ones that show us exactly where this tech is going.
All right, first up, what a lot of people are starting to call the AI browser war. And this is a huge deal. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how we interact with the internet. It's like we're moving past tools that just find information for you to tools that can actually take action on your behalf.
So in this new browser war, there are basically three main flavors emerging. First, there's this idea of the browser being the AI. Think of your URL bar becoming a command line. Then you've got the AI as a superpowered research assistant, just sitting there in a sidebar. And finally, you have AI features just being woven directly into the browsers we already use, making the whole experience feel a lot smarter.
Now, the key concept that's driving all of this is something called an AI agent. Just think of it like this. It's a program that doesn't just answer your questions, but can actually go out and do stuff for you. ChatGPT's Atlas is a perfect example of this. It's turning your browser into a truly active assistant.
So how does this actually work? Well, it's deceptively simple, but believe me, it is incredibly powerful. You just give it a plain text prompt, something like, hey, filter this page by translation tools. And then the agent just takes over the browser. It clicks the buttons, applies the filter, sorts the page for you, and you didn't have to do a thing. It completely changes your workflow.
And this kind of agent-light help isn't just for browsers, oh no, it's totally transforming creative work too. AI is quickly becoming this essential co-pilot for things like video and image editing, basically making really complex stuff accessible to way more people.
A perfect example, Google's latest model, VO 3.1. It just got this huge upgrade with a bunch of new features that they're basically superpowers for creating video. They simplify things that used to require a ton of technical skill.
So let's take a look at what's new. Okay, first, there's ingredients to video. This lets you mash up multiple images into one seamless scene. Pretty cool. You can also give it a start and end frame, and the AI will just animate the whole transition between them. Plus, you can now drop new objects into video clips that already exist. And for the pro users out there, generation times are now up to 25 seconds, which really opens up a lot of creative doors.
But here's the thing. This kind of innovation isn't just happening behind the closed doors of big tech. The open source community is moving at a frankly incredible pace. A new model called LTX2 is a great example of this.
What we're seeing is that these huge, state-of-the-art models get released, and then just weeks later, an open source version pops up that's almost as good. Yeah, this quote from our source material really says it all. The fact that open source is only about a month behind is just wild. The pace is insane.
And this isn't just about video. The trend is hitting images too. You've got tools like Nano Banana and Adobe's new AI assistant that are just tearing down the technical barriers to pro-level photo editing. You don't need to be a Photoshop wizard anymore. You just need to describe what you want in plain English.
Okay, so what's actually powering all these new tools? Let's pop the hood for a second. The brains of the operation, the large language models, they're getting way faster, much more specialized, and a whole lot more powerful.
So, October gave us this whole new class of specialized models. You've got Sue 1.5, which is built for something called agentic coding, basically writing code that acts on its own, and it is ridiculously fast. Then there's Haku 4.5, which hits that sweet spot between speed and cost for your everyday tasks. And Claude Code, which is a beast of a tool for developers, is now on the web and it hooks right into GitHub.
Then Anthropic dropped this really fascinating new concept called agent skills. The best way to think about this is like you're creating custom training manuals for your AI. You can package up your own expertise, your own special knowledge, and basically train Claude to be a specialist on whatever matters most to you.
And that is the really big takeaway here. It's not just about making AI generally smarter, it's about creating an AI that gets your smarts. one that can be personalized with your specific knowledge, your workflows, making it a true extension of you.
So where is all of this going, right? The agent browsers, the creative copilots, these specialized models, where is it all headed? Well, what we're seeing is that all of these separate trends are actually converging into one single powerful vision for the future.
Yeah, these aren't isolated things happening. They are the building blocks for a whole new way of doing things. It starts with AI agents, which then get supercharged with these specialized AI skills. And then these skills are going to be distributed through AI app stores, creating a whole new marketplace. And if you need any more proof, just look at OpenAI's recent announcement of their agent kit and apps. This is absolutely the direction things are moving.
So what does this future actually look like? Let's break it down. First off, your browser becomes your agent. It stops being just a passive window to look at stuff and becomes an active assistant that does stuff.
Then your apps become your skills. So instead of you opening up a bunch of different apps, your agent just pulls from their capabilities like their skills it knows, all to get your request done.
And finally, your voice. That becomes your command. All of this leads to what you could call a promptable internet. An internet where one simple voice command can set off this complex chain of actions across tons of different services.
This quote from the source material just nails the end goal here. You just give a prompt to your phone, and it goes off and uses your browser to do all those things for you. I mean, imagine just saying, book me a flight and hotel for that Miami conference next month, keep it under $2,000. And the agent just does it. No clicking, no tapping, no screens at all.
And that really leaves us with one final thought. Because this isn't just about making things more convenient. This is a fundamental change in our relationship with technology. So the real question to think about is, what will you do when the entire internet is basically your personal assistant?